Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It's October 6th, 2025. Great to be with all of you today. My name is Bob Lang, and it's time for our Daily Bites. And we bring these to you every Monday and Thursday morning, roughly around 8:30. Today, a little bit early, so I wanted to take Tony out to the park this morning at 8:30. So, a little bit of rally continuing from last week, up every day last week. The end of September came in, and that finished up on Tuesday. It was a positive month for the markets, and we started off on a good positive note towards the middle and the end of last week, and we're continuing on today. S&P 500 futures up about 26 handles, NASDAQ up 220. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Dow Industrials up about 95. Some of you may have seen the news this morning that AMD struck a deal with OpenAI for a big chip deal, and that has AMD soaring this morning. You can see right here on the left-hand side, AMD here, and you can see the time and sales over here, up to 215. It closed on Friday at 164. That's up $50, more than 28% so far this morning. It's a big mover. So a lot of these names, especially AMD, have been talked about and traded and bought and added in calls in our chat room. So to say we're surprised, well, I was a little surprised by the news and the big move over here, but to say we're surprised in the chat room, it would be wrong. We've been on a lot of these names for quite some time, especially some of these AI names and smaller energy names. Name that I've been on quite often here is this IREN. I call it Irene. It's up $4 this morning. Its stock closed at 50 and change. It's up to 54. Our rigatoni, we call it Rigetti, up, down a little bit this morning, down about 50 or 60 cents. But this stock really made a huge move last week. So some of these names, momentum names, you just got to identify them, look and see if there's some runway there, and you go ahead and take the trade, right? And take your profits and move forward. So we're all about managing risk in the chat room and in the service that we run for EO swing traders and for the Leap service. We're all about managing risk. So whether it means taking profits off the table, taking losses down, raising cash, having some puts on, it doesn't matter. It's all about managing risk. So hopefully it's going to be a good day for all of us. So again, a lot of people in the chat room have already spoken up and said they've had AMD from days and weeks ago. So congratulations there. You're going to probably have a big winner. And we know what the appropriate action is, right? When you have a big winner like AMD, you're going to do some selling today, right? You're going to sell some of it, all of it, maybe roll it up or something like that. So that's what we do. All right. So markets hit new all-time highs last week. Decent statistics on Friday. We had good breadth. We had put call ratios were down. Volatility was down. We see the VIX is up a little bit here today. Kind of a strange brew going on right now. We have yields are up, which means bonds are down. We see volatility is up. We have gold up strongly today, up almost 1.5%, up $54 an ounce, nearing the 4,000 an ounce marker. Silver up pretty good. It was up a little bit higher earlier this morning. Crude was also up higher earlier this morning. It's down off of the highs, but still positive. And we're seeing a strength in the dollar today as well. Overnight, we did catch strong move in the Japan markets. The Nikkei market was up 4.8%. Strong move up for the Japanese market. Shanghai was closed. Hong Kong was off a little bit, a little less than 1%. So we're seeing a lot of movement out in Asia. We're seeing a lot of movement in Europe, of course, and being led by the U.S. Stock market here. So I think that we have some good upside here still in the U.S. stock markets to the end of the year. Where that number is going to go, I don't know. We're closing in on 6,800, right? 6,780. The thing about markets which have strong momentum like this one does, you can't really figure out where the market's going to land. Right, where that turnaround is going to be, right? You have to accept the fact that you're not going to guess this turnaround exactly right. right? You may get lucky from time to time. It's sometimes it's good to be lucky, but frankly, if you did try to guess that, you might probably try to jump in on a dip buy if the market comes down, and if it doesn't recover, you're going to get burned, right? So let's not fool ourselves here. The easy game is to play the momentum and play within the bounds of a low and a high. I've always said tops and bottoms are a loser's game. Trying to pick the bottom and trying to pick the top it's for losers. It's not never necessarily what you need to do. Where you make your big money, where you make the good money, is right in the middle. In the middle is the bottom, in the middle of the top, right? Somewhere in the middle of there. So that's where we like to hang out, where we like to play. All right. So what do we got going on this week? Not a whole heck of a lot of reports because the government is still shut down. Labor report still is delayed from September until that conflict is resolved. But this week is a big week for Fed speakers. Lots and lots of Fed speakers this week. We'll have Chair Powell coming out on Thursday talking as well too. So we want to pay attention to what they're saying and what he says. Earnings are starting to trickle in for Q3. McCormick is coming out tomorrow morning. We'll have Delta out Thursday morning, along with Tilray. Pepsi will be coming out Thursday morning, and then Levi's coming out in the afternoon on Thursday. So, and a few other smaller names coming out as well too. So, the big week of earnings will start next week when we have the banks start coming out. I think they start out on Tuesday the 13th. Just a quick reminder here, a quick note for you. Tomorrow I will be making an appearance on CNBC. I'm very happy to do that. Market Navigator segment, somewhere between 2:20 to 2:45 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you tune in. I'm going to be talking about one, maybe two stocks during that segment. And then on Wednesday, October 8th, I will be on Schwab in the morning. Couple of segments on Yahoo, and they're trying to get me on Fox Business as well too. So I might be able to get a segment on a show with Charles Payne. So haven't heard back yet from them, but we'll see what happens. So it's definitely Yahoo on Wednesday, and also Schwab in the morning. So make sure you catch those on the Schwab Network, also on Yahoo Finance TV, and on CNBC. Tuesday afternoon. That's tomorrow. So I will be on my way to New York City tomorrow morning and be there for a couple of days and be back on Wednesday evening, ready to go for the next Daily Bites on Thursday morning. So I'm going to leave it right there, everyone. Make sure you take some profits, manage your risk properly. I did an article over the weekend about selling, hitting the sell button, managing your risk. Please read that when it comes out later on today. It's a very important article. And manage your risk. Have some puts on, raise your cash levels, and just be ready for what's coming at you this week. All right. Have a great day. Appreciate all of you spending a little bit of time with me, and I will see you guys all back on Thursday morning. And don't forget to watch the shows that I'm on tomorrow and Wednesday. She was looking so right in her diamonds and frills. All those big city nights.